Hello folks, Wilf Ninja here, bringing you another nerdy video. It is Friday, and once again, we are going to be we're going to be doing lunarguard adventures.
Did you just go quiet?
I'm as you can hear, I'm joined with many of my players, but let's get right into it.
Jason?
Sorry for that, guys. I decided, instead of you guys listening in to the usual intro, I would not hold down my push to talk for it, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because again, the thing that I record does not require me to use push to talk on Discord. So basically, if I'm talking to the audience, I can actually avoid you guys having to worry about being heard. Sorry, having to listen in. But anyway, let us get started. So, who would like to attempt to do a recap of last week?
Not it.
Oh, that's not fair. I'm gonna push the talk. And I slipped.
Hold on, something seems to be off. Firefox, there we go, now it's working. Okay, so, who wants the point of inspiration?
Oh,
If I do the recap, no one gets it.
I don't get it.
Basically,
go on ahead.
you tell me what happened last week, and I give you a point of inspiration, which you can then spend in the game.
Well, since you can't give yourself inspiration, this should be the only way then, if no one does the summary.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one gets it if I end up doing it.
Do you not give it to yourself then, technically?
Nope.
You can't really, because he's a DM.
So, if no one's taking it, I'm then going to give the recap.
I don't want to do summary either.
What deal? Are you saying that you're gonna do it?
You say no.
No, I said no.
I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Previously on the lunarguard adventures, we decided to go around buying some health potions due to the fact of the recent, well, sadly, the recent repeating near-death experiences of Elvish, and because we do not have a healer. The party visited an old familiar alchemist who was quite friendly with some of their members before. Afterwards, the party went back home to only find out that they'd been invited to a masquerade ball. Upon accepting the invitation, the party got some costumes, headed out, and there, strangely enough, Loyal decided to ask Lunare to go with him as a date. Now, upon getting there, they were met with many different nobles that they never quite seen before, especially one noble who seemed to be quite agile, showing off his old acrobatics. Eventually, it was discovered that he was adopted by this fat noble family, and he was the one who invited the party. Soon, the party discovered that he was the masked individual who helped them at the docks the other night. El talked to his hollow, as it's come to be called, and discovered that the hollow has a lot more power than El realized. Upon also discovering that this masked figure is also one of the lunarguard soldiers, they decided to take him under their wing to go out on adventures and hopefully to do good, but also hope him to keep his identity hidden. With the ball out of the way, everyone having fine drinks and a good time, the party returned to their fortress just outside of Neverwinter. It is now the next day. What are all you doing? And I do apologize, folks, but sadly we have two members who are not currently with us. One is running late, and the other has just informed me he is not well enough, and he feels like he may just sit this one out.
Oh dear. Bummer!
Yes, it sadly is. But nonetheless, we shall carry on since there are two of you who are still here for our session.
Woo!
And at this point, at this time, it makes me wonder if a certain party member's attendance record is going to be broken.
Oh dear.
Yep. Sadly, the player of L, Mark, has so far not missed a session, but it looks like today he may end up not being able to keep that record. So, the sun rises.
Which means I may surpass him. Yay!
The sun rises into each of your rooms. What is the first thing you are doing?
I get up and stretch, and I make sure Precious is awake, and I see her stretching in her most cat-like manner. Then I get up and start getting dressed for the day.
Okay. You put on your armor, or is it just your casual clothes?
My armor.
Okay. So you take a few minutes to don that. I'm assuming then you're heading to the dining room.
For breakfast.
Okay. What is Elsa's doing?
Donning my armor.
That takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
and
a
then
lot of
breakfast.
armor.
Okay. So, by the time you both arrive, you see Loyal and Elle there talking. It seems mostly about continuing Elle's training with the katana, since he is still quite new to using the weapon.
Obviously.
Upon seeing Lunara enter, Loyal blushes. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Oh, well, so, shall we, well, me and Elle were talking, and like what we said last night at the party, it may be best for us to check on the ledger to see how much it apparently has grown since, many more lunarguard members have been clearly awakened.
That sounds like a good idea. Is Elvis in the room?
Elsa eventually walks in.
Alright, what's for breakfast?
You see,
That's the first thing you say.
to my recollection, the spell prepares a number of meals, and they are served by ghostly figures, I believe. I know it does have food, but let me check to see if do we have to gather the food up ourselves.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Because I am aware that the because I'm curious, because do these spectral beings then fight with us if the fort was to become attacked?
I'll have the usual then. Oh, whatever.
Here we go. The spell is called Mighty Fortress, and for those of you who are watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, the spell can be found in Xanatar's Guide to Everything in the spell's description section. Okay, it is staffed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a staff of 100 invisible servants obeys any command given to them by creatures you designate when you cast a spell. Each servant functions as if created by the unseen servant spell. Okay. Well, since they're described as unseen servants, I'm afraid that means if the fortress came under attack, they will not be able to help you.
That's still 100 servants. They can't technically help.
No, they can't. The unseen servant specifically says if they can't even give you the help action. But they
Right.
No, say like if we have ballistas, can they at least give us the arrows?
Oh yeah, they can give you that. They can give.
That's what I mean by help. You know?
Oh yeah.
Not actually go out there and like, oh, fight for us, go soldiers, do it.
Yeah, they can't do that, but they can gather like munitions. Like if we have a storeroom with munitions like for ballistae, which the fortress does not come with. But if it is made permanent, it is one of the upgrades you could potentially do.
1 year. I mean, next year. We will. How many months has the castle been up?
Not even a month.
Oh, jeez. That's what I
Okay, so the fear that you prefer that you order out of you just say it, and somehow when after a few minutes a plate begins floating over towards you and places it in front of you, because the servants are invisible, so you never know when they are watching. Waiting.
Creepy! Ah!
But hey, they're literally just waiting for a command.
Not cool, but creepy still. Ah!
So you all eat your meals, and for the most part, I'm gonna say just for the convenience of Mark, who may be joining us a bit later, I'm just gonna say he's following Loyal. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Right. So, you all gather your gear. Well, those of you that are thinking you need your gear, but I'm assuming everyone dresses up in their armor, and you all head out towards the city to head to the House of Knowledge. Some of you may decide to look up some stuff while there. Some of you may not.
I do.
Strangely enough, this has been the longest time that El's been quiet, but his nose is in a book. He seems to be reading. He seems to be reading it intensely, and it's quite obvious he wishes to not be disturbed.
I poke Elsa's. Do you see what El is doing? That's the first time I've ever seen him read a book so well.
I was breaking in and out there. What?
Oh, for God's sake!
She poked you and said, "Do you see El?" I never.
Yeah,
seen
I
him.
heard he poked L something something.
Elsa's.
Okay, I'll try again then. I poke you and I say, do you see what Els is? I mean, do you see what El is doing, Elsa's? I've never seen him have his nose in a book for this long.
Oh my, I didn't even notice, but you're right. Something must be wrong.
You should check on him.
In all fairness, we have not really known him for that long. Maybe he is a big book fan, and this is just the first chance he has gotten to read while in front of us.
What if it's the books of shenanigans?
That would not surprise me either.
Then it's understandable, right?
Pretty much.
Given his past inclinations, then I suppose yes.
You see?
But I'm just saying, it's a bit premature to say this is the first, like, he's not, like, how should I put it? It's just, we should not assume he's not a fan of
I get
reading.
it.
But regardless, though, it is, I will admit, it is surprising.
Well, let's move along to the House of Knowledge, guys.
Mm.
With that, I link my arm with Loyal's.
Loyal does not resist, but he is. He quite visibly finds it very strange, but he also seems happy.
I turn to Loyal and smile.
Why are you smiling at?
I'm surprised you can see me smiling under this helmet.
Oh, sorry, I forget. I always forget that your character wears full play helmet.
Dude. Why? Why not the helmet? Oh my god.
It's like a full helmet.
Yeah, he's it's part of play armor.
But don't worry about it. It's just nice to see something this every now and again.
Well, for once we're not doing anything major. Granted, the first small job that we had as adventurers seems to, well, turned into something bigger since it's now a full-blown crime scene. We should also stop by the Hall of Justice, just in case there's any other jobs we could take.
Yeah, sounds about right. If we
Mhm.
want to expand our fortress, we might need to save up some more money.
Exactly. After about, let's say 3 hours walking, you eventually arrive at the House of Knowledge, the massive library, as well as the arcane school within Neverwinter.
I head straight for the royal section that I was in last time, and before I run off, I say, yeah, you guys can find me in the usual spot. Laters.
All right.
Alright, I want you to give me a perception check.
Got it.
Sorry, no, not perception, investigation, sorry. Because you're trying to investigate based on... not. What section are you checking
Right.
again? Are you checking Faerun area or abroad?
Abroad.
Okay, give me a region. I'll open up the world map. Sorry, give me a sec.
Region. Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's loading. Okay, there you go. Now, the Black Marsh is called Draconia in my world.
Okay,
So-
I guess I'm looking in the. I guess I'm looking in the Somerset Isles, and I'll look at Eleanor.
Alamore?
I can't read it. It's like Alinor.
Oh, no, you can't look at... because this is a different... well, first it's a different country, considering. So, therefore, it's just Somerset Isles. So you're looking for noble families in Somerset
Okay,
Isles.
thank goodness then.
Okay, so roll me an investigation check. Okay. I'll let you know how long. We'll get back to you at a certain point.
Okay.
Now, for the rest of the party, you just head over to the reception, where it says adventuring guilds and ledgers. A woman looks up from behind her desk, very elderly. Yes. Good evening. We are the leaders of the Lunar Guard, and we would request to see our membership ledger. We have our identifying mark, and I show the back of my hand. Very well then. Here is the key down the hall, and you should find your book, and you'll be able to unlock it. And she shakenly looks back down. Well then, this way I suppose.
Yeah.
Elsis, you remember the book as being a little more than maybe 10 pages at most, but judging by its size when you first saw it after Darren registered the party. About 5 minutes of walking down this aisle, you just get to the L section, and you eventually find the Lunar Guard ledger. It has grown exponentially. If you would like to, would you like to know? Would you like to make an educated guess on how many pages could possibly be in it?
Wait, what?
The book has grown exponentially, and if you want to estimate how many pages it grew from, how much it is now, you can roll an investigation check. Because last time you saw it, it was no bigger than 10 pages at most.
Oh god.
Okay. By you just eyeballing the book, you put its number at about 250. When you arrive, Loyal is surprised, puts the key and unlocks it. You see that the case that only unlocked the specific small case that was behind that houses the book, and that the book itself is still chained to the large bookshelf, and it's only long enough to be placed down on the table that's directly below it, where there's chairs to read. So clearly you can't go far with these books. Loyal sits it down, and you see another lock, which he unlocks as well. Clearly, the King of Neverwinter only wants himself and members of the guilds to see this book, or these books. Let's see, and you see a number on the cover. It says Lunar Guard, and then underneath, you see the number 1000. Huh.
How many?
1000.
Goddamn, my ping keeps jumping up. Holy shit.
Loyal skips to the end of the book, and you see the page number is 300. Huh. It seems we have more members than we thought.
That's good for us.
Yeah, it does. The only problem is, remember, if what Elle says is right, and I'm not saying you're mistaken, Elle. I believe you. But what we know of the Dust Guard, they're master infiltrators, which means they can probably see the names in this book. Now, mind you, though, with the king being such a fan of ours, he probably looks at this book every now and then, which means he'll notice then if if people if it starts rapidly dropping for no apparent reason, he will notice. I suppose. So we have at least that type of protection. Actually, I wonder if Gregor is actually listed, because now that he's technically no longer with us. And Laura begins flipping through the pages. After about 10 minutes of looking, Laura looks up to the rest of to whoever's written, which I'm guessing is just Els and Elle at this point. Huh. His name's not there. It seems the goddess.
Unfortunate.
It seems the goddess decided to hide the names of what is now called the lunarguard nomads from the. So technically, they're now a separate group from us, which is good. So at least now, even if we're all wiped out, they can still continue the job.
True, but that also means we don't know if they're still alive or not.
That is also true. I wonder if Varric spiders are in this as well. We jump straight to the end of the book looking for V. Varric's name? Not there. Huh. So our spies are also hidden. That's good. So this means...
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so which means the only names in this book are our soldiers then. Basically the ones that will be that are in the public eye. Alright then. He closes the book down, and he relocks it. Then he puts it back. Alright then. Oh shit! There's one thing I actually think we should buy and look into. Well, actually, that. Do you think we should allow, since Lunara is trying to find her family, do you think we should bother her when we leave, or come? I don't know if we should not just leave her here to, do her research.
We can do our own research until she's done, I suppose.
Yes, but there's some things I would like to get done before, it gets late.
Well, we should at least tell her if we are leaving.
True. Alright, then let's go find her then. Okay. Right, it takes us about 20 minutes to find her in the section that she said she was going to be in. After all this time, Lunara, you find the symbol in the book.
Oh, goody!
All you find is just simply, hold on, give me a sec. I had it down somewhere.
Oh, this is so great. I found something.
Okay. You find just simply a name, and that it is a minor noble family, mostly known for just simply having a small trading company, and the name is Anastasia.
Oh.
So you're also that is the last name associated with. That is the noble family you belong to. You also see that there is one living family member in Skywatch.
And that is?
If you look at the Somerset Isle section, you'll see Skywatch is a city. It is
In the sky.
very far away. Now, luckily, it's not like on the other side of the world proportions. Like, at least we're not in Morrowind, looking this up. But then again, I suppose if you travel in the opposite direction, you could shorten the trip, so... Actually, yeah, we're in a pretty bit rough spot.
Oh dear, but who is my only living relative? Does it say?
Yes, it does. Vadania.
Aunt or cousin?
She is an aunt. Sister of your mother. And as you can see there, it has you and your mother and father listed as dead. And it says that cause of death unknown.
Well, they're gonna have to update this book soon.
At this point,
I stand up and I
as you stand up, you see Loyal and the rest of the group approach you.
You see me with a bright smile on my face, brighter than you've ever seen.
Oh, I take it you... what?
I found information. I only have one living relative, my aunt, Dania. She lives in Skywatch, guys.
Well, that's
But this
good.
book is wrong, though.
In what way is the book wrong?
Saying that I'm dead, but then again, no one else knows. But soon they'll have to update this book. Oh, I'm just so happy.
Well, that could be a blessing. What happens if their death wasn't an accident?
That stone said that no one sent those, people. I mean, the undead after us. So, I don't know.
I'm just saying there's some protection in being an unknown.
Okay.
But then again, you would get the perks of being a noblewoman if it is revealed you're alive. But then again, it depends on where your family's from. Where do you hail from?
It's in the Somerset Isles. I show Loyal the book.
Ah, so your name would only carry weight in Skywatch, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if we can get a job that will help us get the money so that we can go there.
Yes.
There's also some things I want to see about getting done before we go anywhere. So first, first to the Hall of Justice.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, head to the Hall of Justice. And when you arrive in a section relating to assignments or requests, you see there's sadly no requests on the lunarguard bounty board. It seems no one's interested in asking the lunarguard to do anything at the moment.
Fortunate.
Yeah, but then again, we are sort of new and we only gotten sort of bad press. But we need to do something so that we can show people that, we can get things done.
But what can we do? It's not like we can do a performance or anything.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said it's not like, well, what can we do? It's not like we can do a performance, and then Elsa said that's actually not a bad idea.
Well,
Yeah, I said that's a good idea.
well, there's we could always go fight in the arena.
I was
Go.
thinking catching a wanted group of some sorts.
What type of
what if we find what if we find a monster or something?
Well, technically, we will have to find out where that monster is, and then then find someone who we could sell it to. Then, or we and we would have to make a big deal when we come back with it.
With maybe carry the head. I don't know.
Yeah, we could, but I'm just saying.
I see, but I do see your point, though.
The only real way we can get our name, properly spread around, is if we either enter the arena or we do jobs, so that people will, at least it will spread that we are doing good things, or at least we're doing.
Arena? Well, the arena sounds like something that everyone would hear about. What do you think, Elsis? Elsis?
Yeah.
What do you think about doing the tournament? What's your idea? I was thinking about maybe doing the tournament. That might be a faster way of getting our name around than doing small jobs. What do you think?
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm all for that.
Okay.
It's just
tournament's a good idea.
It's just that entering that tournament, but specifically the tournament, would cost us gold.
Oh, great. Entry fee.
Do we know
Damn.
how much gold?
Entry fee. Damn it.
Well, to discern, you either get a From what Darren told us, we either have to get a sponsor who will pay for our fee or is well known enough to get credit, or we have to be a larger, more popular faction. Or you pay 1,000 gold pieces, which most small groups can't afford. We have just about 4,200 and about 40 or so gold pieces left. So we could pay the entry fee, but I'm just saying, for the past while we've been eating away at our funds, and I'm afraid there is one thing I think we should get that will help us in the future. There's some magical objects that allow us to communicate from a distance. They're earrings, they connect to one another, and I was thinking of, maybe we should get some.
And what?
Basically, you put on the earrings, and they allow you to communicate with other people who are wearing the earrings from a distance. So that way, if we have to split it up, we're not out of communication.
Yeah.
Jason got cut off again when he was saying and.
Can you hear me?
This is not going very well with the mic.
Hello?
Yo, welcome back.
Jason!
Yeah, it's my. That time it was my Wi-Fi. We're still recording, luckily, but OBS is trying to reconnect, but it's still recording. I do apologize, folks, for this. As you well know, sometimes I have Wi-Fi issues, but we're going to keep trying to keep going. And if it keeps hiccuping, if it hiccups again, to the point where my players can't hear me, I will take the time to quickly switch to wired. But for the time being, let's keep pushing on. But yes, the earrings will allow us to communicate from a distance.
Okay.
So that way, if we split up, we don't have to worry about not being able to talk to each other.
Yeah, I don't think I want to send Precious back and forth between us to send messages. She would get worn out.
Also, it will allow us to, we should then probably at some point assign teams for whenever we have to split up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's go see if we can find out how much that would cost.
Let's go. Come on, Precious dear, let's go.
Alright. Yeah, you decide to venture out. to a local store. Hold on. Where is it?
Hello?
Okay, sorry. No, again, I was just creating the shop. Alright. Yes, is decided to go into for items of this type of venture. You decide to head into the Protector's Enclave, the location within Neverwinter where most adventurers and adventure-oriented things tend to be. You find a nice, quaint, single-story, timber-framed building with carved wooden doors, and it appears quite busy. Like people are coming in and out. Inside, you see an old dragonborn. He seems to be sort of red in colour. But it seems the scales have quite aged, so there's not as much of a shine or brightness to them. Everyone is smiling as they rush off out after they buy stuff. He sees you just walk in. Oh yes, come on, move forward. Need to get used what you want so that you can move along. What is what? Okay, what are you looking for? We're looking for. They're called. Oh shit! What were they called again? Oh goddamn! I can't remember. But sorry. We're looking for. I believe you can call them earrings that will allow us to communicate from a distance. I can't remember the proper name for them. I do apologize. I know what you're on about. He interrupts Loyal. They're called earrings of telepathy, just for future knowledge. Now, they come in various strengths. Okay? Now, they're called levels. They go from 1 to 5. Sorry, no, 1 to 4. Yeah. So, what ones do you think you'll be needing?
Maybe. What do you guys think about 3?
3 wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. How far do level 3 reach? Oh, level 3 has a communication distance of 1 mile. Oh my, that sounds very good. How much? Each earring costs you about 2,500 gold pieces.
What?
Is that a bit out of your price range?
I look to Loyal.
I'm afraid it is. We only have about 400. Sorry, 4,000 gold pieces. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're buying in bulk for the 4 of yous, I'll do a special deal on 4 level 2 earrings. 4,000 gold pieces for the lot. They have a range of 1,200 feet. Now, again, 1 earring of telepathy on level 2 will cost you 1,250 or so. So I'm giving it to you I'll give you 4 for 4,000. Loya looks at the group. Do you think it'd be alright? 1,200 feet is quite a lot.
True.
And
What do you think, Elvis?
we're only technically Gregor's is traveling on his own. Rana has gone back to Grimgrasp, and there's only 4 of us if you don't count the Lunar Guard soldier that we met last night. And then there's there's Lux, and we can always get her one later down the road when we get more money. So technically 4, and technically with 4, at least that way one of us will. Whoever doesn't have an earring can tag along with someone that does.
Plus, you gotta spend money to make money, that old saying.
Does the item require attunement? That it does. That it does. So, are you interested?
I am.
Same here, but what? Damn it, Emily.
Yeah.
This is a magic magic items shop, right?
Yes, it is.
Like equipment.
Yeah, he has items.
All right. What if we made you an offer? You sell it to us cheaper, and for us exclusively, making you our go-to guy for magic items.
Well, you see, that would be a tempting offer, but for one, you seem to be nobodies. You seem to be new, and as you can see, I have plenty of business. So, I don't know.
Please, mister.
Okay.
Sure.
Right, hold on. Hey, Kadad, get your ass over here. And from behind back room, you see a smaller blue dragonborn enter. Yes, father? I want you to head over to the House of Knowledge and to look up a guild. What's your names?
Lunarguard.
Right. Look the fuckers up. Find out all you can about them. And come back very quickly. Yes, father. The blue dragonborn quickly parkours over the counter, and without losing any momentum, he's dashing in and out of patrons, including yous. And you see him actually even jump, grabbing hold of the door frame, and using the momentum of his run to quickly make a turn to head down the street. You can browse around for a bit while he's gone getting that information. I have other patrons to take care of. And he gestures for you to move to a side.
I move to the side.
He begins doing business with other patrons. So, as you are walking around, you see many numerous objects. You see quite a number of different types of potions, as well as some fascinating objects, many rings, and even you see one saddle. Plenty of wands, as well as an interesting sword.
I start looking over the sword. Hey look, come look at this sword.
Yes, it seems to be of fine make. A few minutes go by, and you see the blue dragonborn back again. He seems to be not even tired. He rushes to his father and begins whispering into his ear. Really now? Okay. Well, sadly the only thing we can get in terms of information about is the fact that apparently is number in 1000. And that yous were found in no less than a week ago. Very strange, I gotta admit. But I think we can do business. Now, the next time I want you to send out a mass bird or ravens, whatever you decide to use to communicate with such a number. I want you to make it known that you only come to me. Got it? Yes, we are in fact the leader, so yes, I suppose we could try and send out some sort of mass message. Fine. Let's see. How much do you want to offer for the 4 earrings? Does anyone have a number in mind? So, is anyone going to propose a number?
You do it,
No.
Elvis. I'm not very good at it.
No.
Loyal's looking to you, so... we could go with maybe 3,000. Save 1,000 gold for ourselves then.
Sounds good to me.
3,000 gold pieces. Alright, that's going to be a persuasion check.
For all of us?
No, just for my character since he's the one now negotiating price.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Fine. 3,000 it is. Hand it over. Loyal reaches in, begins counting out coins, puts them into a small pouch and places on the counter. And the Dragonborn reaches down under his counter and pulls out a box. I'll hold on to... Luckily for you, we tend to carry 100 of each network of earrings. And he takes out like a knife and he begins carving in the insignia of the lunarguard on it. I'll only sell these earrings to your fellow members. And then he then opens it up and takes out 4 earrings. Here you go.
Oh my, so pretty.
Are they
So-
actually pretty?
No, they're just simple gold earrings.
I still like them.
Alright, I'll pop off my helmet and then try them on.
I help you put them in your ear.
Now, if you were to be robbed and someone was to get one of our earrings and begin spying on us, and we were to discover this, could we hold you responsible? Well, technically I will be responsible, yes, if they get stolen for not notifying you. But don't worry, I can guarantee they won't be looked in on. You just won't be eavesdropped on. Also, the earrings, you just have to be actively using the earrings for someone to be eavesdropping. So basically, basically you think to yourself the command words, which only you'll think the command word, which is Draconic for speak now. He tells you. Sorry, yeah, he doesn't say this aloud. Actually, sorry. He writes it down in common, slides it forward. You see a Draconic word. Some of you don't know what it means. For those of you that don't speak Draconic, but you just can't say the words. You just don't know what it means. And then he picks it up, lets out a small little puff of smoke, and it begins burning.
Well, I can speak Draconic.
Oh, so yeah, so you know it means speak now.
Mm-hmm. And I
So,
tell you guys.
Loyal stops you mid sentence. Don't say it.
Sorry.
So, you think that word that I just shown you, and then the earring activates, and then you think what you want the person to say. Sorry, you think what you want your recipient to hear. Now, you have to think of the person you're communicating to in order to hear. But if you know the person is using their ear, if you know the person is going to be, if you're listening for your allies, you just think of the person. So, but again, you have to always, in order for the earring to activate, you must say the command words, even to listen or to communicate.
Got it.
To listen, it's just something you think of, and you'll then be able to listen without having to worry. Don't worry. You'll be able to hear if someone is specifically trying to communicate with you. You will automatically hear it.
Got it.
But be warned, they do require attunement. So yeah, for those of you, so Emily and Elsis, and I'm going to check for Elle. You just have to be careful for your attunement slots.
Yeah, I know.
I believe we all only have one attunement item a piece, so we shouldn't be too worried, I believe. I have my cloak. Ogre power gauntlets are passive, so yeah. Lunar, you have those boots that allow you to navigate through forests much easier.
Uh-huh.
As for L, I believe L only has his daggers.
Hmm.
Oh, I'll need just to tech user slots. Alright. Well then, I believe this is all we need. We could always head home now, and see about what we try and think of our next move.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm just going to edit the group treasury. If there's anything you want to say while I'm editing this, say so now.
I'm good.
Me too.
Okay. Alright, so well, as you guys can see in the group treasure, we're down to now our last 1,000 gold pieces. Which we may have to, depending on what type of job we take, it may have to be our travel money.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay. So you head out. Loyal tries using the earring. Oh wait, we haven't had time to attune yet. Well,
Nope.
shall we check out the arena, or just simply...
Let's check out the arena.
Okay. Very well. You eventually head off somewhere near the Tower District. There, close to the river, you see a large... it's sort of in between the Blue Lake District and the Tower District. You see a large, grandiose arena. You walk inside and you find out it's pretty interesting. You're just able to walk in, and in the arena right now, you see a simple, what you believe is just a simple fight. There's no like sort of special promotion, but it looks like they're fighting in a street of sorts. You see you see a large Goliath swinging around a great axe, and then a small unarmed person, who seems strange. They have the unarmed figure is wearing an orange outfit that you've only ever seen similar to that of Wong, who travelled with you, and he seems to have a tail and messy black hair. He seems to be just moving, taking a step to left and to right or back, avoiding the great axe's swings. He's smiling as if he's having fun. Behind him, sitting on a rooftop of one of these strange-looking buildings, is a figure wearing sort of leather armor, looking down, similar with similar black hair, but it's much shorter. And he looks down and he shouts, "Come on, Kakarot! Just finish this fight already!"
Oh, God.
I'm surprised Dale did not say anything when I mentioned the orange outfit and the tail.
Ha! But I guess I'm the only one who knows this because I know that stupid name. And oh my God, I can't believe you do that. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Okay. The only reason why I decided to do this is for anyone who's watched my monk video earlier this week. Especially Monks Part 2. The orange dressed figure looks up and sighs. He seems to get he seems to jump back repeatedly. He then raises his hand, and an orb of energy seems to form above him. And he just says, "Well, it's been fun. I hope to fight again sometime." And he just brings his hand down, and the orb begins to fly off towards its opponent. Hits him, and a large explosion seems to happen, destroying most of their seemingly arena, but it looks like the explosion doesn't catch any of the audience, and the audience is unfazed by it, as if they know that they're somehow protected. And the Goliath is just lying in the ground, unconscious. The buildings begin to slowly fade away, as the arena seems to be now made of sand, a basic sand pit. I always love watching I used to always come here and watch the fights. The enchantment of creating like a unique arena for every single fight. No one arena, no one sparring area is the same as the previous. And it's always done at random, so you can't really know what's coming. Mind you, I never seen those two before. The two figures are just walking out from inside the arena. The crowd is going absolutely crazy. People are going around collecting bets and all that, like. So, what do you do?
Not a good idea to bet, especially when we're low on money.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stand here and observe it.
I'm cheering along with the crowd. Woo!
Yeah. Of course you would.
Good fight!
Sadly, we are only here for the end. Elzis, behind you, you feel a tug on your hand.
On my hand, what?
So you feel like
a tug.
Yeah, you feel someone tugging at you.
Did he cut out?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Your ping is just going crazy again.
Okay.
Someone is pulling at your hand from behind you. You see a small child. Um, he gestures for you to lean in.
I lean in.
The spider wants to see you. And then he runs off.
Okay.
What was that about, Elsus?
Yeah, what was with the kid?
Something about the spider wants to see me.
Spider? What spider?
Well, it's obviously a code word for person, but yeah.
You see spray paint, you see sort of painted, from when you look from where the child ran off to, you see actually in the distance a spider painted on a wall.
I go to the person then?
Right? No, it's painted on
I'll be
a
right
wall.
back.
It's painted on a wall.
Alright, yeah.
This is a painting.
It's it's just
So I go I go that way.
Okay. You approach the wall. There's no one standing there. Would you like to roll a perception check?
Yeah,
Okay. You look around. Hope seemingly for the person, but from this point you see another painting of the spider.
I go there too then.
Okay. You arrive. No one seems to be waiting for you.
I look for another spider thingy then.
Roll perception. You find one. You begin to get the impression that this is going to be a chain. This is most likely going to be quite frequent. And actually, at each you also noticed with that check, you noticed that from the way you came, it seems that a child is painting over the last one that you've arrived at. So seemingly you're being watched and led somewhere.
Well, I keep following it then.
You follow it for about 2 hours, and you swear at some point you ran around in circles.
Oh, god damn it.
Until you find yourself in a tavern. You see a small little spider painted on the bottom left of a door frame. Seemingly, you're supposed to meet your person inside.
I go inside.
It is. We're actually going to go into whispers.
Okay, I'll just be here then. Have fun, guys.
Upon entering this lively tavern, it seems quite busy, and it seems to be the rough type of people. You can only imagine the amount of criminals that are in this building right now. But you see, standing on a table for all to see, singing and dancing, is a familiar dwarf, and a very hairy dwarf at that. Varric. He is just dancing and singing. He's paying you no attention.
I sit down at one of the empty seats then and wait for him to finish.
Okay.
Do I see anyone else like looking for me or whatever?
No? Well, you'll have to roll a perception check.
Okay.
No, you're. It's a bit. Again, there's too much of a crowd and too much noise for you to get a fix on anything. You feel like you'll not be able to find anyone in this crowd. But you also get this sense of. So, Varric is the one that summoned you here. and that's why he's being so lively, is so that he can keep that way you'd find him, and not be too and he would not be too lost in the crowd.
Alright, so I wait for him to finish then.
He eventually stops and begins heading upstairs. Did you hear me?
Follow?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see him entering a room with a woman. She seems to have a tattoo on her lower back. You recognize it as the same symbol that appeared on the inside of Varric's lip. It bears some resemblance to the lunarguard symbol, except instead there's no raving. There is simply a spider holding 8 daggers.
Alright.
Do you continue to follow them into the room?
Yeah. Well, like when there's like seemingly a lot less people, I call out for Varric.
Well, once you enter the room, he just ignores it. He enters the room with this, what you can assume is escort. And I'm putting it in the nicest terms of what she is.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. You walk into the room and you just see Varric smiling as he sits on the bed. You see the woman sitting also, reading a book. Ah, it's good to see that you weren't deterred by one of my spiders.
What do you mean?
Well, when you see a guy walking in with a woman into a room with a woman like this, it's nice. It's generally assumed do not bother them. But I'm glad you noticed her tattoo well enough to know to follow me.
Ha! It's not that I didn't know. No, it's not that I knew. It's more like I didn't know.
Oh. So you just followed. So you just followed. So what happens if she did not have that tattoo? Then you would have just probably walked in on 2 people having sex, or about to have sex, I suppose.
Yeah.
Would have been
Pretty
very
much.
It would have been awkward. But
For them, not for me. I don't care.
Okay. Well, either way, she is one of my spiders. Alright. Now, as you know, my branch of the Lunar Guard is supposed to root out, we're supposed to keep our ears out and gather intel, or if we can, assassinate people. Now, word has reached me that there's some trouble going on in the town of Flan. I believe it was a town, or was it a city? Hey, Jennifer, hand me the letter. Ah, why do you have to be my boss? God damn it.
So, what is up?
Well, there's an old friend of mine who would like you to help her out. She's a good woman, very useful. Her tea house is often a great place for people to stay, when they're in the area.
All right.
Oh yes, see the woman hand Varric a letter. Oh yes, there you go. Flan is a city. I thought so. Oh, got them. But anyway, so I want you to head down to her. Her name is the place is called Madame Ferona's Tea Kettle. I want you to head there and talk to her. Alright? She'll have something for you to do.
Hmm. All right.
Or is there, or do the mighty lunarguard generals have something else to do?
I'll take note of that. But if we do go, what's her name? Verona?
Yes. Hold on, and please refer to her as Madame Verona.
Will do. Any information on what she wants?
Basically, she wants you to escort something.
Hmm.
I'm afraid she was even tight-lipped to me about what exactly she wants us to do. She just said there's something that you guys may be interested in, because apparently some of her contacts heard something about what you did at docks, and it's Chinese whispers. I don't know how much of it she knows of what happened. I got some word of what you did. Either way, apparently she has something that may interest you. Now, is there anything you now I'm the lunarguard spy master, so if there's anything particular you want me to try and gather intel on before I leave, let me know now. So is there anything you want me to look out for, or what? Because I'm leaving Neverwinter tonight.
Not that I know of, no.
Alright then. See yous. And, love, take it easy on yourself. Your main job is to gather intel, not get pregnant. And he walks out as the woman just smiles and gives him the middle finger. She looks to you.
Ha.
So, do you want to pay for some of my business, or do you plan on leaving and let me get to my job?
No, I'll let you be. Bye.
Good. Get lost. Alright, you head out. Do you head back to the arena?
So then
Or
I
where?
leave.
Yeah.
After Varric.
You can head to the arena. As soon as you open the door, you don't even see any sign of Varric.
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? It looks like folks, we're having another hiccup again. I do apologize. This is another one. Dale, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
I said I'd leave.
Hello?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah. My Wi-Fi had another hiccup, but again, we're still recording, so we're just gonna. I will not be using Twitch, folks. I will not be using Twitch to export the video onto YouTube. I'll be doing a manual upload through the normal means of uploading videos onto YouTube. I do apologize, but it's just so that way the video will not be in multiple parts, due to a stupid Wi-Fi issue. As soon as you leave the door after Varric, you see he is not there.
Alright, well, I didn't go instantly.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright. So, where do you plan to head to? That's actually, now that we're at the private bit is done, let's move back to the general chat.
Oh, okay, I'm back, apparently.
Yeah. And
I go looking for Emily and... No, yeah, looking for Loyal and Lunara.
Yeah.
okay. Last you seen them was a few hours ago at the arena.
Yeah, go to the same spot as before. when I left. Though.
Okay, we're gonna go
Do
back
I
in
see them?
time.
When I get the yeah.
We're gonna
That's
go
you guessed
back.
it.
Okay, so Emily, you see Elsis walk off to head towards apparently the spider. You're now left alone
Mm-hmm.
with Elle and Loyal.
And
And
Precious.
And I am afraid to mention to you guys, Mark will not be able to join us. He literally just got onto the bus of where he was, and it'll be at least another hour before he gets home.
Oh man.
So yes, he will not be joining us for the remainder of the session. So there'll be no, and I also apologize to you, my viewers. There will be no L shenanigans for today.
No.
So, you're left there. You're left in the arena with Elle and Loyal. What do you want to do, or what do you say?
Get a room.
We're not that far into the relationship that we should be doing that. And speaking out of character moment here.
Well, yeah, because you know.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna smack you when you come back.
Technically, his
You have
character
no
was up there.
reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So you're at the arena alone with Elle.
I look to Loyal. So, what should we do in the meantime?
Well, we still need to find a job, as well as try and figure out what our next move is, if there is any to do against the Dust Guard.
Mm-hmm. Lead the way. I'm up for anything right now.
We could just sit around and watch a couple of fights.
Okay. Come, Precious. Let's go watch some fights.
Yeah, it's managed to find a seat, and you see a collection of different types of fighters, all using different types of fighting styles, and some you even see the occasional wizard just enter the arena using his magic. Sometimes the magic users get their knocks blocked off by a superior combatant. Sometimes the combatant is just so amazed by their magical power that they can't even get close. It truly is a sight to see. You can and it shows that you can never truly predict who will come out on top in the fight.
You have to take a very crafty eye in order to know who is going to win.
At some point, a couple of hours later, you see Elsis walk into the viewer area of the arena, and okay, Elsis, give me a perception check to see if you can find where your allies are sitting.
Perception, is it?
Yes.
Alright, it's just that there was a bit of cut out there.
Okay, yeah, you easily find Loyal and Lunar. They're sitting down watching some of the fights.
Hey, Elvis.
We're
How'd
starting.
it go with the big ugly spider?
Just letting you know, we're now getting into the evening.
Alright. Well. It went well. Might have got a job.
Oh, really? From who?
Not exactly sure in the details yet, but I know it's someone called Madame Verona of Madame Verona's cafe. No, tea shop. Cafe? It was cafe or tea shop?
Huh?
Yeah. So, we gotta go.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to assume you all took the time to attune to your earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, what is it exactly called? Earrings of what?
Earrings of telepathy. Its range is there you go. Its range is 1,200 feet.
Dang.
Yeah, it's not enough to cover the entire city, but you can imagine in a combat situation, or if you are trying to break into like a singular building or fortress, it could do. Eventually, you figure you may try and save up for the infinite range, or at least the 1 mile.
Oh, 1 second, guys. Be right back. Mom's calling me.
Alright, then I suppose we'll
Uh,
take a break at this point, folks. I'm just going to mute, just so I don't end up forgetting to record again. I'll just simply be muting the audio. Hello, folks. We are back from our break, and I am sorry, but I've not been talking to some of my players here, and we are about to enter a new milestone, and we all agreed that it's best to do that with as many of the active members of the Lunar Guard as possible. So, and since we're missing two active members. And when I mean active, I mean those that are not on an extended leave, such as Jessica or members who have not yet joined. So, basically, we're going to call it here. We do apologise for this very short video. I'll estimate it to be our shortest, an hour and 30 minutes long, but generally our videos tend to be just about 3 hours to 4 hours long anyway. So you could say we're actually at our halfway point of a normal video. Now, because of this break, tomorrow I know I just released the monk video, but as a special treat for you tomorrow, I will spend tomorrow doing all the recordings of the previous classes that I missed from Xanatar's Guide, go through them, and as a special treat, and if I have time, if I did not lose my voice, I will also then talk about the religious warriors, or as some call them, the holy knights, the paladins. So yes, to make up for this lack of D&D content, I'm promising a day of D&D videos. So hopefully you will forgive me. And hopefully you will join us hopefully next week, where we have as many of our members as we can get to start our new adventure. And hopefully you will enjoy it, because it is truly draconic. May the force be with you, and remember, roll for initiative.